marketed the drug. See, what happens is during the clinical trials, it's just a limited group of people whom we are administering the drug to. But once we release the drug into the market, there's the entire global population who takes the drug, right? So there are different ways in which they can react to the drug. Some people might have some kind of a medical history, some people might have some kind of an allergy, so, a lot of things are possible, right? So that's what the pharmacovigilance team does. Okay, there's a wonderful team called as pharmacovigilance. Anybody has an idea what's pharmacovigilance? What's pharmacovigilance? Huh? See. Okay, fine. See, pharmacovigilance is, even after you release the drug into the market, there are possibilities that the individuals could react in different ways to your drug. Okay? Usually the foreign countries are the ones who actually hire us, like Accenture, Quintiles, they're all working for foreign projects because we could be hired for a cheaper cost as compared to their own citizens. Okay? Fine, that is why India is considered, like sir has already mentioned, India is considered as the most favored destinations to conduct clinical research as well as manage the data that is coming out of clinical research activities. Okay? So now, what pharmacovigilance team does is, so once your drug is already into the market, you keep receiving reports from all over the world regarding what your drug is doing. So the team's main duty is to find out, was it the drug that has caused the event? Or was it some problem with the patient himself? Or was it some kind of a drug-drug interaction or a drug-food interaction? As much as possible, since we are working for the drug company, we will try to make sure that it is not the drug that has caused it. Because to bring one single drug into the market, it takes quite a lot of years, a lot of money to bring just one single drug into the market. So just because of a couple of reports, you can't, cancel the license for a drug, right? Yes? Okay. So now what is clinical research? It's an organized study performed on human being to test the new drugs, to test newer combination of drugs, new approaches to surgery or radiotherapy to improve the diagnosis of diseases. India is good for diseases as well. Okay, that's also one of the reasons why India is considered as the favored destination. And to improve the quality of life. Clinical trials are conducted by the pharma companies, the contract research organizations, and the site management organizations. So once you do this course, you could either be working in the site where the trials are conducted, or you could also be working at the contract research organizations where you're going to be managing the data that's coming out of clinical trials. So you'll either be working in the clinical data management team, the medical writing, the pharmacovigilance team, the medical review team. There are various teams. Okay? So this is the flow chart of how the drug discovery takes place. First we choose a disease, then we choose a drug target. That is an active site to which the drug binds, right? Yes? Then we find a lead compound. There are a lot of compounds out of which we find out one lead compound. If I give too much of it, then it's almost like I'm giving out the course here. Okay? So we're going to be training you in all these things. It's a 3-month course. Okay? Fine? Apart from all this, we'll also be training you in personality development and communication. Because nowadays, interviews, they want you to speak well. If you don't speak well, the HR level itself, they reject you. Okay? So once you're with us, we make you interview ready. Okay? That's what Abhigna commits for. And then we have clinical trials, preclinical studies, and then IND application, clinical trial phase 1 to phase 3, and then we file for a new drug approval, that is NDA application. Why is an NDA application filed for after phase 3? To get a permission to, yes, market the drug. Yes. And then we have marketing, and then we have phase 4. Okay? This I'm sure all of you have an idea now what it is, right? A person who actually funds for all this is referred to as the sponsor. Like how in movies you have a producer, a director. What does the producer do? He funds for the entire movie, right? And what does the director do? He's the guy who's actually directing everything, right? So similarly, in clinical clinical research also, we have a sponsor and an investigator. A sponsor is a person who sponsors everything. He is the guy who initiates, conducts, he is the guy who is going to be financially managing the entire clinical trial. Yes? And then you have an investigator, the principal investigator, who is going to be heading a particular site. There are possibilities that one single trial could be conducted at multiple sites. It's called as a multi-centric trial. Okay? Fine? Each center will have one principal investigator. There has to be some guy who's heading the site, right? So, that actual person who's actually responsible for the trial, who is considered by the sponsor, is the investigator. Okay? So, you know what is a sponsor, you know what is an investigator. Is it clear? Yes? Nobody has had breakfast? Louder. Oh. Drug discovery, it's an expensive affair. A successful process takes more than 10 years. 10 years. 1 year itself is quite long. More than 10 years and more than 800 to 1.2 billion US dollars is what is spent on bringing one single drug into the market. More than 10,000 compounds are tested just to bring one single drug. Okay? Now you understand how massive the process is? Yes? And just imagine, after all this, the drug fails. It's quite a loss to the sponsor, right? So that is what the pharmacovigilance team is actually managing to make sure, because they would have conducted a lot of tests, got a lot of approvals, so there are no chances that the drug should fail. But there have been times where the drug has also failed, but that's, yeah. So a sponsor should be a very rich guy, yeah, having a very good political background so that he can earn back all the money. Yes? For everything it's a yes. Nobody wants to say no to me. See, you should be a little interactive. There's no point I go on speaking like this and I don't hear back from you guys. The future of Karpagam College of Pharmacy. Come on, speak out. So, yeah, this is what is the money that is involved at various stages. For the research itself, around 47 million US dollars. Preclinical phase, it's $38 million. Clinical phase 1, 9. Clinical phase 2, 24. So, registration also is an amount for us. So, ultimately, a total of, say, 240 million US dollars is what is spent on bringing one single drug into a market. This is just an average I'm talking about. Why is India considered as the most favored destination for conducting clinical research? 100 million English-speaking people, over 2 million science postgraduates, pool of people from multi-ethnic and multi-racial backgrounds. So we have multiple races here, right? So many states, yes? And then easy patient recruitment and compliance, and patients are also there, a lot of diseases is also there. Okay? Indian clinical research industry has a strong IT industry availability and IT skilled manpower, around 14,000 hospitals and over 7 lakh beds, over 500 contract research organizations, cost-effective business operation and maximum number of FDA approved GMP plants outside US. Yeah. So this basically shows you what has been the profit over the years in clinical research industry. So what you can see is, it was 250 in 2003, then 1000 and now 5000, and it's still continuing. Okay? Then revenue, full-time staff requirement, site staff requirement, patient load. So there are a lot of opportunities. The only thing is lack of awareness. I'm a dentist myself. I forgot to actually introduce myself before you. I have done my BDS from KIMS, that is Okkaligara Sangha Dental College, Bangalore. Okay. See, I also thought about practicing. I practiced also for quite a while. And then, see, the ladies, the thing is, okay, you get married, you shift to a different place, right? That I'm sure all of us, yeah. So again, you have a clinic here, you see, unless and until your husband is also a dentist, it's fine. If he's from a different profession, I'm sure some of us don't want our husbands to be from the same professions, right? Yes? What about the guys? Do you want to marry the girls of the same profession? No? Why no? They get to know what you actually are working. Yes? Okay, fine. So what happens is, yeah, then I got an opportunity to shift to Chennai, and then I got an opportunity saying, okay, they're recruiting an Accenture.